Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. This is a quick night update edition of the stimulus check for uh, April 14th. So, a couple short updates for you all. Now, a lot of people have been asking questions, so I want to reiterate tonight and give you a couple opinions, my opinions. These are mine. So I just checked my balance and there's zero money in the bank. Now, like I said on the Direct Express card. So like I said, people that are getting Direct Express, some people are complaining, oh, they're lazy. Let me give you sources, okay? If you go to Direct Express's website, if you click on COVID-19, there's a little blue box when you scroll through the PDF that says we have no information on the stimulus checks. That's a play on words for you'll get your money when you get it. Now, a lot of people also sit there and say, is there any other information you can give? Is SSI going to get it? Let me reiterate. SSI people will get their payments if they either got SSI benefits before January 1st, 2020, or ssdi, survivors, retirement, etc. Problem with the payments is that I'm thinking, because there's a young lady earlier that asked about why her brother-in-law got her check early. It's because he filed his taxes, and other people get their checks on different times. Now, for example, Social Security, I'm going to say this so you guys can get a timeline. Okay, this is just a theory of it's nothing I can actually point fingers at. But if you go put in Social Security stimulus checks, Direct Express, or some other means in Google, you'll find articles from various sources in the news part of the search in Google, and it'll tell you a timeline. Like they said, earliest that people that didn't file taxes, that didn't have to because they've been on benefits longer, like myself, you will get yours after the 20th. Now, a couple good news is I'm going to go through the emails here that I got for Direct Express retirement. So, because I have emails, and emails will be, let me see. Here we go. So, for example, one person posted, I don't understand because my brother-in-law has Direct Express and received theirs, but I'm on disability or retirement. Well, like I said, if your brother-in-law's on Direct Express too, he's filed his taxes, so he gets his money before you. If you were on retirement last year, you should be filing taxes too to get your check. Otherwise, it just depends on how long. If you got a 1099 form, then that's a different story. Then you don't have to file taxes. They're just going to give you the money when they feel like giving you the money. That was the second one. Another person said they will let me know. Now, I will give you the comments first of the last video in questions. And I deleted one because it was basically negative. It was one of those negative comments, One says there's nothing pending on Direct Express and they won't give no info. That's why they posted the COVID-19 update. Trend 32 said this, and they gave the update saying they have no info. That's a play on words for you'll get your money when you get it. So don't pester Direct Express. Another one says, Dennis Goins says, if you get SSI or SSDI, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to call anyone or fill out anything. Actually, you do. You see, you have two reasons to file on the IRS portal. One is if you have children. they want to make sure you get your $500 additional for your 17 or under child you're taking care of. And then it said if you get SSDI, chances are you'll be waiting a month or two. Well, by Stephen Mnuchin, you're supposed to get paid soon. But I agree with you, it could be a month or two. But that's just hypothetical. And because sending these out in ways, I think SSDI is close to the last to be sent. Well, actually, the last checks to be sent are the higher earned bracket on the tax thing. So if you bring in more money, you might be the last people to get paper checks in September. And then he says, so Direct Express has no information on it. You can't track it because you don't have the deposit number. Only government Direct Express. That's what I've been saying. That is the problem. So if you try to use the IRS portal, you're going to get stuck with you don't have any info. So be patient and wait. I know it sucks, but look at it this way. People, including myself with SSDI, will continue to get disability income. But there are people that had to stop working, people that had to close shop. An unemployment office is backed up like crazy. That's true. The unemployment office or the welfare office is backed up with a 4-hour-long wait on phone calls. Sometimes you get disconnected. A lot of people aren't even getting unemployment, so they have no income at all. Well, we're still getting some income, so it makes sense to send out to people that need it first. Exactly. That's what I've been saying. But there's a lot of people out there that want their money for whatever reason. So you got to be patient, One person said, so call the number at 10. You call the number, you check your website at 10 o'clock. I did, and there is no money. Another one posted, did you still file at the IRS? I didn't, but my companion Chloe did because she's now getting benefits and she hasn't filed taxes in 4+ years. So she had to file at the IRS portal for her $1,200 because she's receiving benefits as of this month. So like I said, if you're new to it after January 1st, you must file with the IRS portal or you're not going to get $1,200. Another one says, I am a screamer. No, I don't think so. It's that I have hard of hearing. Okay, so the next one states, in the year of 1992, my girlfriend has been on SSI for a couple of years. She's disabled. Will she get it? Does she need to sign up the portal? No. If she's been getting it for years, as long as she got a 1099 special SSI or SSDI tax form, 1099, then she's set. They just deposited it in her account when the time comes. It's just wait and see when they do it date-wise. And I'll get to my theory in a second. I got one more to read you, and then I will reiterate. Michael Donovan says, thank you so much for explaining the problem. I just retired last year. This is terrible news. I always thought it would be the card. I wonder if we'll get the money. Thanks again, Mikey. Well, Mikey, first of all, you will get your money. The question is when. I do have a couple of theories to pass on, but before I do, I want to reiterate 3 things. If you check the Direct Express website, or call them, it'll tell you. They usually update their things every 12 hours, so they'll tell you if there's a pending transaction within 12 hours. Their email for Direct Express, the ePax portal is down. They don't have enough manpower to run it, so you're not going to get an email stating your deposit's in. You got to check your balance online. And again, let me reiterate, so people have sources because they think, oh, they wasted their time watching my video. So you go to Direct Express on Google, like I'm doing right now. And you click on log in, or you just click on the top, it says Direct Express. Then you go over to the red letter here. It says COVID-19 update. Click on that. And it'll load a PDF real quick. PDF will say stimulus payments. We do not have any information about stimulus payments at this time. Visit irs.gov/coronavirus for updates. You go to the IRS website, you got to hit individual filer. I'll walk you through it real quick for sources. Go to the IRS website, you scroll down to individuals and family economic impact payments, click on the middle one. Then it'll say what you need to do. Again, let me reiterate this again. Receive benefits, you already have your information, you'll have $1,200. Do not use the application if you receive SS, retirement, disability, or survivors, railroad or survivors of railroad benefits. Special note, people in these groups who have qualified children under 17 can use this application. So if you are disability, retirement, survivors, and you have anyone under age 17 and you want to claim them for an additional $500, then you must use the non-filers portal. But if you have Direct Express card, they're not going to let you put any information in because these people basically, as one of the people said in the comments, Direct Express and the Social Security Administration has your contact info. Because of it, the contact info is not cool. Now, we'll run over a couple other things for you all. Okay, so I'm just going to go in real quick. My account shows X amount of dollars, doesn't show my and put in Social Security dates for economic impact payments. USA Today, for example, 19 hours ago posts a link and it states, so U.S. Treasury states the first wave of people that get their deposit is early Saturdays. Others is getting a Monday, but it also states that the payments of $1,200 or more will be available in their bank account as of April 15th. Those are the check the bank accounts on last in a few days. What's on the wording used is IRS Trez 310, so don't expect words like stimulus checks or recovery rebate or economic impact payment on your bank statement. Now, if you get the money automatically, if you receive Social Security, retirement, or disability insurance, or receive railroad by direct deposit, you will get yours soon. Now, it's automatic. That's if you didn't file. You just got to wait. Now, here's where it says first wave goes out on the first week of the 13th. Some people got it the 11th early, and it was available to them. 13th's come and gone, no money. 14th came and gone, no money. 15th is here, no money. And the reason for it is because so, you know, so basically, if you click on that link, you'll get it. There is another link that I will give it to you. One of the things that posted was the Motley Fool. That one actually had information about 19 hours ago that states, you know, the same thing, the CARES Act, but it says down here, IRS announced by Twitter the 11th, the House and Ways estimate IRS will make 60 million direct deposits in mid-April, who already filed IRS for the 2018 and 2019. So those are the first wave. Next, the IRS will make a second round of payments in April to Social Security beneficiaries who didn't file tax returns and receive their payments by direct deposit, like Direct Express. It isn't clear which will include Americans who haven't filed a given IRS direct deposit. Previously, although the IRS outlined steps to follow. Finally, the paper checks will start to begin in early May and end in late September. So, here's what it says. One of the websites I went to basically stated that the money, the word on the money for the tax money was simple. They said, and I quote, there's two play on words here. Play on words one was Social Security is going to basically, I didn't even know we had some comments. Cool. Let's answer the questions. First one says, I'm on SSI and filled out that form on IRS. I checked my bank and it's not there. I'm supposed to get it today or the 15th or next week. Well, like I just said, from sources like the USA Today, the second wave will go out between the 20th and the 24th. Now, I have a couple of theories. Next week for SSID, and I'm on ssdi. I got mine yesterday. Well, did you actually, Big Daddy killed? Did you actually file your taxes? Because each person basically, it states that anyone under the 2018 or 2019 tax plan actually gets their money early for filing if you are filing. Now, there's a couple things I didn't mention in my previous video, that if you're getting early Social Security retirement and you're still working, you're collecting your Social Security retirement and you're still working part-time or full-time, and you're paying your taxes anyways to what you're earning, then, and your Social Security taxes, then you filed for 2018, 2019, so you're entitled to the first wave, which went out on April 11th. Now, everyone else, it's a crapshoot. They're just basically stating. Now, one of the theories I have about Social Security is that if you ever know the payment schedule, SSI is the first of every month or the last day of every month, give or take, with Saturday or Sunday. Then it falls on Friday. So now everyone else who's on retirement, or I believe it's disability, don't quote me on this, I don't have a source, but I do have retirement, for example, that is working still, their checks come out the second, third, and fourth Wednesdays of the month, depending on the birth date. So, for example, the second Wednesday of this month is the 15th. So if you look at the second Wednesday of the month, or no, second Wednesday of the month is an 8th. So the third Wednesday of the month is the 15th. So that would mean right then and there that today is the day that a lot of people get paid anyway. So Social Security is paying people already. They got their money in Direct Express on the third Wednesday of the month. The next payment on the fourth Wednesday is the 22nd. So if we look at the timeline, by my own theory, they're probably putting in the Social Security checks, unless IRS is doing something wonky, they're supposed to give it on the next Wednesday. However, they're talking about after the 13th through the 17th, payments won't go out. But as we've seen, the 11th, last Saturday, people are getting their money. So each person's a little different. The second wave from the USA Today and from various news agencies, you can look up in Seattle, King 5, Como 4, Cairo. They have stuff about stimulus checks, CNN. They all say the second week or the second wave will be the time payments will go out. Now, Steve Mnuchin stated that he wanted to get payments out on the 6th. It didn't happen. It came out 11th. The IRS is saying they're on schedule. They're ahead of schedule. So we don't know. As one said, no money. Next week for SSDI. More likely, hypothetically, I'm thinking next week for SSID too, but it also depends on if Direct Express literally gets information. Right now, the play on words is, and this is how I explained it, play on words on the COVID-19 PDF from Direct Express's own website states we have no information, which means they're trying to delay SSI, SSD, veterans, survivors, retirements from getting this money. Now, the IRS doesn't have actual concrete dates. The only thing you can see is they explain who has to file with the IRS portal. If you have children and you're getting direct deposit like Direct Express, then yes, you will file for your child and you will get your benefits. Otherwise, so each person is a little different. Unfortunately for me, I'm not really worried about the benefits so much. I'm helping out the community by letting you all know. And if mine comes, other people should have theirs too. It's a matter of clockworks. Fortunately, today's not the day. So the next update I will be giving you all will be around 12:30 to 2:30. I got 4 kids, one on the way, and this is BS. Where's my check? If you're disabled, Brittany, like I explained, that if you get direct express or direct deposit on your payment, and you're on SSD or SSI or survivors or retirement, then you get an automatic check coming. The portal stated if you didn't file your taxes and you don't have to file taxes, then your check will be automatically coming soon. If you have 4 children and one on the way and you can claim your 4 children, that's an additional $2,000, which the IRS stated on their own website under the IRS individual filing under economic plan. Anyone receiving benefits that have children should need, the IRS says, needs to use the IRS portal to update their deposit info. Unless you're with Direct Express, as I explained before, Direct Express's routing info and deposit info and bank account info is all with the Treasury and the Social Security Administration. So we don't get to see that info. So that's where the problem is with Direct Express. As I explained, Direct Express isn't giving it out to anyone. So if you go to the portal and you give all your information, but you don't have the Direct Express info, it's not going to help you. Now, if you have something like Chase Bank or Credit Union or something, you put in your info, and you confirm all your info, and then you turn around and you ask for your $2,000 additional for your children, they will set you up, and you should have it by the end of the month. Otherwise, basically, the IRS is screwing people over. Earlier they said SSI people have to file for the portal. Again, the portal's only there if you're getting benefits and receiving benefits as of January 1st, 2020, or after the date. Then you have to use the portal. Same with ssdi, because they don't know that you're on benefits. Otherwise, you can just go to the portal, just wait like everyone else, and your money will come. The government, of course, is delaying it for Direct Express cards. I've heard people say that NetSpend and other cards, the Western Union prepaid card, PayPal, etc., they're getting their payments now. Whereas Direct Express, that's a different story. As of right now, like I said, and as Capo 17 Don said, no money. There's not going to be any money, I guess, this week, I'm assuming, because I checked and everyone was hyped about getting deposits in on the 15th. More likely, the 15th was the people, hypothetically, I can't confirm this, that got their payments because they filed the taxes for for 2018 and 2019. Their money's coming in. The second wave is for the people that don't have to file, like Social Security, disability, retirement, etc. That's been on a long time. They don't have to file. IRS just pulls that info and direct deposit. Unfortunately, right now, the direct deposit, on the other hand, is your check and my check and everyone else's check. People are waiting for it, and they're not seeing it. Other people are getting theirs, but that's because the IRS set it up that the first wave is the ones that filed their taxes and gave direct deposit info, so they get checks. The ones that didn't have to file their taxes and Social Security's paying, or SSI, then they get their payments in the second wave. And then after that, everything else subsequently goes into, after all the transfers are done, it goes into paper mode, which means anyone who didn't give direct deposit info will be getting a paper check, which will start like May 4th and go to September 20th. So 5 million checks a week. Unfortunately, a lot of people are saying, where is my money? And as Chloe said earlier, we all have to wait and see and be patient because the government's not paying. They're basically doing other things. I mean, look, let me put it to you this way, Brittany and Mr. Blue Moon Halos and Capo Don. If you read the news today, the Treasury Department got the airlines. Chloe was kind of throwing a crap fit. They're getting a stimulus. They're getting their money. Big business. The airlines are failing. I bet you soon the cruise liners are going to get it. The cruise liners get it first, and we're still waiting in the dark. you know where the government's priorities is. That's one of the things I was explaining to one of the people that posted a comment earlier. Now, as I said, my sources are, go to Direct Express, click on the COVID-19 PDF, and they'll tell you exactly, we have no information at this time. That was the first play on words, no information. That means they're stall tacticing anyone with Direct Express. The second play on words, which people want sources, I've nailed it many times, USA Today, CNN, etc. Play on words is the second wave of payments by, I think it was Congresswoman Dingell's office. Maybe she was a senator. Anyways, it stated that the second wave of people that non-filers, the people on benefits, Social Security, retirement, etc., would be getting theirs on the week of the 20th or so. In the meantime, that would be 5 days from now, give or take. So what's that tell you? And she said at the earliest on the week of the 20th. That was the second play on words. The play on words is at the earliest. You could see it on the week of the 20th. Now, before I go, I'm saying this again out of love for everyone, all my human beings. The federal government is dangling the carrot and changing the dates. Now, they're trying to get you as fast as possible, but frankly, they don't really want to do it. Like I explained to in the other video, the Republicans didn't want to give these $1,200 stimuluses to anyone. The Democrats said, hey, we have to be equal and even. And so a lot of people out there, like one of the commenters said, the people that are hurting should come first. People that are on disability, that are single, should wait because they'll have an income still. There's a lot of people hurting, and I feel very compassionate towards those people. About those people that are hurting severely. I mean, frankly, and I agree with you, Brittany. It is basically full 100% BS that the government is making you and others like myself wait and jump through hoops to get their money. Literally, plain and simple.
On money, making us wait on testing kits. What's next? We have to wait for food when food goes short because they have to get food to cruise lines and airlines and Viso first.
Anyways, the bottom line is like I said, keep checking back on updates. I will update this twice. I don't want to reiterate everything I said, but I will give updates of the payments have hit my account. That will give you a inclination when you all would get yours. Right now, my payment status is 0. Now, I do know from Direct Express directly that they usually pay on your card is released funds at 10 p.m. on the first of the month or the end of the month. So, for example, if you get your Direct Express payment on April 30th, you'd get your payment on the 29th at 10 p.m. At Pacific Standard Time. Now, if your payment is on the 1st, again, it would be like March 31st, for example. If you got SSI and disability, you would get yours on the 3rd, which means this month it went in at 10 o'clock on Thursday evening on Tuesday, so Tuesday at 10 p.m. And then the rest of the people, like I said, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th Wednesday of the month, it would hit at 10 p.m. on those the day before. So, for example, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Wednesday of the month, I'm looking at a calendar here, you would be getting paid at 10 p.m. on the 7th, the 14th, or the 21st. So, think of it that way on the payment schedule. So, the next pay cycle, don't quote me, in my own opinion, that they might be going and saying your next payment will be given to everyone on the 29th at 10 p.m. So you might wait to the end of the month when everyone else is getting their payments for May. You might get your $1,200 extra dollars then. So it's just a wait and see. The government, like I said, hasn't posted anything on Direct Express. Other people are getting their payments. And the people that aren't getting ssdi, that didn't file the taxes, they're going to be waiting like me. Now, anyone who has filed their taxes, they're supposed to be getting it today, supposedly. So, some people got theirs the 11th, other people got theirs the 13th and the 14th, and today. So it just depends. I mean, the IRS does apparently ship payments out on Saturday, so keep looking. Check your bank accounts. Call the Direct Express number on the back of your card if you have Direct Express. They'll explain, if anything you'll hear pending transaction. They update it within 12 to 24 hours before the deposit comes in. I checked around around 11:30 in the morning, about 11 hours before, planning to check tonight. And again, no pending transactions as of right now, and no pending transactions online. Not that it shows it, so you get the idea. So everyone has to just wait. I know a lot of people need the money, but like I said, I'm not against people that are severely struggling. But like one of my commenters said, we just have to wait and see. So, it could be a week, could be a month, could be 2 months. I mean, the newspapers like the LA Times, New York Times, CNN stated that all payments have to be delivered and in people's hands by the 31st of December. So, right now, if you look at the model, small business loans, for example, they ran out of money. So we're trying to prop up more business loans because most banks won't give the business loans right now, even though, in my opinion, the business loans and the stimulus checks, the people that are struggling, that needs it, that should come first, not having small business come first. People that filed second, everyone else that's struggling has to wait and then go bail out the airlines. So you get the idea. The government doesn't know what they're doing. This is something that is complicated. I know some people said, oh, well, it's Direct Express. It isn't Direct Express. It's actually, like I said, check your facts. Go to the website, Direct Express. Check on the COVID-19 disclaimer. There's a little PDF that tells you exactly what's going on. Well, the play on words is we have no information at this time, which, as Chloe said earlier, that means, well, a play on words. They're trying to delay you getting paid as much as possible. So one guy stated in my comments, we're going to be the last on the list. Could be. I mean, hypothetically, it could. We don't know what's happening. The government's not saying, oh, well, you're going to get paid the 15th or the 20th. They're actually not. If you look at the IRS website as a fact, there is no payment dates. This is all coming from a congresswoman's office or senator's office who basically broke down a timeline. It was like a leak. So Stephen Mnuchin had to change the leak around a bit, and payments went out the 11th, and some are coming now. But for us, honestly, we don't know. So with that said, everyone, I hope this update helped you. I hope you guys understand the IRS. Like I said, if you have children, make sure to use the portal. Put your information. If you have Direct Express, you're screwed. That's what I was explaining to you all earlier, because you don't have the account info or the routing info, so you can't give it to them. You just have to let the IRS do the thing, and etc. Now, the IRS portal, they might be able to allow you to get a paper check, but hypothetically, if you need the money really sooner and you have children like you, Brittany, it might best if you have like a bank account to have your money put into instead of Direct Express. Then you can get it faster and you won't have to wait for a paper check. Which the first wave of paper checks is going out, they said April 24th to May 4th. And that's the first wave is on the payment bracket. Now, let me explain it. If you make under $0 to $10,000 or something like that, you're on the first wave. You'll get the first set of checks. Second wave of checks, a week later, will be like $10,001 to like $25,000 or something. That's where the second wave comes in. But you got to make sure to use the portal correctly. Don't put it in for you. You said you had kids. Just make sure if you didn't put in your information, you put all your information in, your kids' information, etc. What information they need, and they'll make sure to get you your $1,200 for yourself and your $2,000 for your children. I don't know if you can claim a child on the way. Don't quote me. Taxes and something really weird. Personally, the IRS was started in 1913 after the American Indian War to pay for the wars, and that's why the taxation department came about. For them, we didn't have an IRS. Fact, check it out at the history of IRS through Wikipedia. You'll be amazed at the IRS, but I'm not going to go rant and rave about the IRS and how they were invented. So the bottom line is keep checking back with updates from me. I will update this as needed or as updates come available. If I get any new info from news sources or etc., like I said, Google payment stimulus and Social Security, you might find some information from newspapers and stuff through the news section of Google. That's where I get some of my sources. And let me tell you, they've actually like I said, the timeline stated in it that, as early as the week of the 20th is when some people are supposed to get payments. So that said, early as, that means that's playing words that they're going to try to stall this as long as possible for whatever reason. But, I could be wrong. But right now it looks like it because people that really need their money aren't getting it. Isn't getting it, not aren't, ain't getting it. And because of it, is really everyone around us is suffering for it. So I hope this video was informative. I did wish we got an information from Big Daddy Kill. I'm curious if he or she actually filled out the IRS tax form, or did the IRS just say, here's your money? I mean, they could have went to a different banking. They could have got it early through a different banking system too. It just depends on the bank, because right now Direct Express, everyone knows, is run by Comerica, which, by the way, I do want to say as a hypothetical in the last remarks that Comerica could have got the payments already for your Direct Express money, but they're not releasing it yet until the IRS says go for it. So if they are holding on to the money right now, Comerica Bank, hypothetically, of course, don't quote me. This is something I've seen in the past, and I'll explain that really quick. That if you buy something on Amazon and you want a refund and you cancel your order, they say most payments will not be refunded within 3 to 5 business days. What they're doing is they're living off the interest of your money. So the banks could turn around and basically get paid early, and for Direct Express, for example, and they could be sitting on it. Say they got $6 billion, okay, for stimulus checks. Let's just say for Direct Express itself, $6 billion, hypothetically. They're sitting on the money. The IRS hasn't said put it in the account. So what happens? They're just sitting, living on the interest. Your hard-earned stimulus money, they're living on the interest while they're waiting for the IRS to give them the okay to release it. So that's the other theory, too. I mean, literally, the other theory I had is, like you said, is it's based off of the retirement plan, not the SSI or ssdi plan. There is 2 theories there. I'll give you my theories so you guys can think about it. Is, like I said, SSI people get paid the first day of the month and the last day of the month. So if SSI people are going to get their checks, they might just spring it on your next payment date. That's something that's been talked about in the rumor mill, okay? It's just a rumor, but take it as a grain of salt. The government could do that, okay? They could do it as long as possible. For the retirement people that are getting not SSI with Social Security retirement, you could be getting your payments the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th Wednesday of the month. So your pay date for your stimulus check, could be on the date of your next payment for your survival for the month, which means this month's payments for the 8th is done. The 15th is here. There's nothing. And so the 22nd is the next. That's hypothetical. But if you don't get any money by the 22nd, then that was just a hypothetical I threw out there on the table as an option. So then people on Social Security retirement or Social Security um, disability or SSI, combined SSI and retirement, or survivors and uh, disability, for example, and SSI. Sometimes people get 3 payments, sometimes 2, like survivors and regular disability, etc. Then what happens is that they might want to pay you on the uh, next payment date of yours, which would be, say, April 30th. So you might get your payment then. But in the meantime, I will guarantee this for you all watching. You will get your money. It's just a matter of when. In the meantime, I hope I explained things a little better. If you want sources, as one woman said, I wasted so much time on my video, but my point is I basically gave my sources up front. Direct Express, like I said, check the PDF. It states we have no information at this time about stimulus checks. Call Direct Express's number at 1-888-741-1115. Again, it's 1-888-741-1115. They'll tell you right there on the phone they have no information on the economic stimulus payment. Right there on the 800 number. Now, if there's something pending, well, they need to change their status on their economic payment thing. That's a source I quoted many times over, so I didn't waste anyone's time. Check the IRS portal. If you go to IRS Corona thing from the link from the Direct Express, and then, like I said, click on individual, click on economic stimulus payments, it'll explain everything in detail what you got to do and how to do it. So that's another tool you can use. Just look it up. Third tool, like I said, is for sources. Go to Google, put in economic stimulus checks or payments and Social Security or Direct Express, and it'll explain to you. If you click on some of the links, read it like I have, and I've been up on top of it, it'll explain, like I said, that, there's a timeline out there, but it's a hypothetical timeline because, like I said, no one knows when people's going to get paid. Pretty much. They're just like, earliest payments are going out is the 6th. That didn't happen. Then they started posting on Twitter. Another source you can check is Twitter. Twitter might just say, oh, well, the second wave of payments went out for non-filing Social Security people. That's another thing. Check out the IRS's Twitter page. They'll keep it updated of when payments go out. They said the 11th payments went out for people that filed their taxes for 2018 and 2019. They got their money. So there you have it. Then the IRS didn't post a date anywhere. The news media is basically posting payments will be here on the 15th. Now, another thing is just hypothetical for some of you out there. Tomorrow between 10:30 and 12:30 tomorrow morning, I will be doing a short update letting you know if there's any changes in my bank account or Direct Express, I should say, that if payments are made or not, which is hypothetically not going to happen. And that's when it tells me that when I call at that time on the phone, it'll tell me if there's any pending transactions. So if you call on the phone, you'll know if there's a pending transaction or not. If you check the website, it's not going to say pending transaction. It's just, it might not. Just, you can either use the phone or keep checking the website. I check both just for miracles. But so far, nothing. But, once Direct Express paid, then there shouldn't be any problems, because everyone's got their payments. It's the next wave, which is the paper checks. So, on that aspect. So, with that said, everyone, I hope that answers some of your questions, some of your concerns, my sources, so you don't think I'm full of beans. Because I very get upset at people that say that. I've given my source in the last video. I even told you how to find the info. And I want to say to Mikey, thanks for watching. Also, I'm glad I explained it to you a lot better than most people. These people out there, I want to say before I go, these dipshits, they post, Direct Express update. I heard a Direct Express update. The guy only reiterated what I said. There's nothing on the website. The phone number is the thing. I left a comment in his own thing. He must have read it and had to go look it up himself, feeling ashamed that he doesn't know. Thing is you got to look at your own research. Okay, if you guys are really serious about your stimulus check coming, here's what I do. Okay, a little bit of last minute advice. Keep checking the news agencies, the news outlets. The internet's there to research with Google. You're at home anyways under quarantine. You might as well go and be like, oh, payments due in, and then figure out your own timeline. Or, throughout the day, check your bank account. Oh, is it going to come in yet? Nope. Or pick up the phone. Or I have Skype, so I just call and be like, oh, yes, And again, if you use your research and, you do your own research too, you'll understand what's going on. I don't need, people need to do their own research too, but if they're lazy or they want a visual explanation, I hope I did a good job. So please at least rate my video, whether it sucks or doesn't suck, because frankly, like I said, I'd like to help you all out, get your payments as fast as possible. I'm on the horn with this all the time. And literally, I just want to make sure everyone gets the facts straight. Like I said, I'm just basically saying what I have known from my brain and from online. Check the PDF on Direct Express. Click on the IRS website, go to individual filing, click on stimulus check, and that'll help you out. There's no dates. The IRS didn't give any dates with it, but with Direct Express, there's a lot of complications. So I don't know what the thing is. My father-in-law said as a computer programmer, they can have a file written within an hour. It can pull up all our Social Security numbers and where our payments are going, like Direct Express, and have it set up within 2 to 3 hours. In one day, we'd have all our money. But it doesn't work that way. The government wants to make it a little more technical, and that's the problem. They literally want to make it technical. They want to delay you guys getting money because, well, the Republicans are hurt because they didn't want you guys getting a payment anyways. They wanted small business. They want large business. And by the way, take it from me with a grain of salt. This is just my opinion. But if the government is basically sitting there, right, saying the second wave of payments are going out next week for you guys, and yet they bailed out the airline industry today, that tells you where their priorities is. So another thing, just wait and see. A lot of people says, I'll believe it when I see it. There's a motto you might want to trust, because frankly, unless it's in my bank account, I will believe it when I see it, And for the rest of you, so like I said, the news media outlet said, once more, Mr. Blue Moon Halos, that some people were going to get it today. Direct Express has not explained why it isn't hitting the 15th. The thing is I believe they're trying to delay it as long as possible. They might be saving $3 to $6 to $8 billion a month by skipping Direct Express. I mean, Direct Express is the low nut man on the totem pole. I mean, literally. I mean, they've already ran out of money for small businesses. Banks can't guarantee loans right now, from what I've read on the media. So if they can't guarantee loans for banks, then there's a problem. But just remember what I said. The Direct Express, aka Comerica Bank, could already have your money, and they're just sitting on it until the IRS says go ahead, which means the big banking corporations are probably living on your interest, which I say the taxpayers, who the government, you pay your taxes, you're supposed to get your stimulus check, and these big banks, before they release your money, whether it be Comerica Bank or Bank of America or whatever, they're just living on the interest. That's another theory that I'm putting out there, because I've seen it happen many times over for trying to get refunds from like Amazon. Amazon lives on a refund, or not, a refund money, your money, and then they release it 5 days later. They could release, you go into a store and you say, oh, this isn't the right size, and they can't find the right size for you. They refund it back to your card immediately. Whereas these online places, they got to say 3 to 5 days or longer, and then a week later you might get your refund money back. But that's because they're living on the interest. How do you think these big corporations get so big and greedy with money? Because they're living off the interest. So some banks are doing the same. Some banks know that you guys are hurting and is releasing funds early. Hypothetically, it's a good idea. Direct Express, they don't want to give in. They're basically sitting on it. Like I said, your best bet is to call, like I said, the number, check out the back of your card, or check online. Otherwise, we'll wait and see. I'll make some updated videos soon enough. Any comments before I go? Any questions? Concerns? I'm here to answer them before I log on up. I'll give you a couple minutes. So, because there's people watching right now, and I want to give you the chance to ask any questions that you have. Because I'm here live and I want to do this. Before I go watch the next installment of my Bond series, I'm on a Bond kick. And Sean Connery was a great Bond back then. So, any questions? Any concerns? Or is the question the same? Where's my money? Because frankly, I don't know. They're going to make you wait if you have Direct Express. Everyone else should be having their money by now. That's my opinion. Let me put it this way. Steve Mnuchin, basically, when the law was passed, said he can have the payments out within 2 weeks. It's been over 2 weeks. Where's your money? There's a question for you. Where's your money? You guys are all stressing. BBS, I have Direct Express, but I log into the portal and change the bank so I can get my SSI payment. I have Direct Express, but I log into the portal and change the bank so I can. Well, yeah, exactly. So, for example, if you want to update your information, BBS, what you do is BBS. Is that the thing from Star Wars, the little robot? Anyways, that's a cool robot. That's what your thing is. But anyways, what you do is if you don't want to wait for Direct Express, you can always apply it towards a bank, okay, a real bank. Fortunately, the problem is right now, because if you've been on disability or SSI for a long time, the IRS will change it over, but because you're changing it over this week, you'll probably get your payment next week. That's the way I understand it. So, for example, if you want your payment faster and you go, oh, I don't want to wait for Direct Express, I'm going to go and put it into a bank, say Islander, I live on an island, or KeyBank or Wells Fargo, and you get everything set up, you give them that info, that bank will basically be ready to get your money for you, but it will be sent out probably next week. But at least you might have a better concrete date than waiting for Direct Express to release it. Another thing I meant to say in this video before I go is that people that have Direct Express money, okay, the reason a lot of people have Direct Express is not because they like Direct Express. Direct Express is easy, okay, and it's the only government card out there that's got your money fully 100% protected. If you don't need to, if you want to check the facts, check out helps.org. That's a place where if you have bad debt and you have a bank account, and say you have Social Security money or your stimulus check goes into a bank account, the banks can literally, if you have bad debt or creditors, they can go tap into your bank account, take your money before you know it. So a lot of people have Direct Express because it protects your money. They can't do anything. If you have helps.org, for example, the lawyers will basically turn around and say, here, you can't touch them. They're on Direct Express. So you can't garnish them. You can't do it. The only way you're going to get garnishment or your money taken out is bad debt from what the Republicans put into this bill, that personal debt collectors or whatever can collect your money if you have bad debt or you owe. And the other reason you can lose your stimulus check is if you have kids and you're behind in your child support, Yeah, exactly. So like I said, BBS, what you do is you set it up that way and then you just wait. You'll have a better chance, in my opinion, if you change the formula just for your payment. There's people out there, BBS, and there is a website out there. If you go to the USA Today, I think it is, had an article this afternoon about PayPal. You can actually have your money put on your PayPal card if you have a PayPal MasterCard. the PayPal cash card. They'll just pump your money into that. So as long as you know your routing number info for your PayPal account, you can have your money just dropped right in there, your stimulus check that way. With me, I'm not going to get another bank because I feel more safe with Direct Express because my money is secure. Like Helps told me several years ago, I had a guy deliver me a notice on the door for something stupid when my husband died. 3 years later, I got a delivery in my old home of a credit thing for court. Called Helps up, said, look, what do I do? They said, easy. You have Direct Express? Yeah. Well, they can't touch you. They can go to court. You can go to court, but we're not letting you go to court. You're paying us X amount a month. So I pay like $20 a month, and then any creditors that want to come after me, they just file a little letter to them saying, Direct Express, cease and desist on Social Security, can't touch them. So technically, after my husband died, I had some bad credit. But people that's why I trust a Direct Express card for myself. But since I've had Direct Express, I know a lot of people out there have asked, well, how come you've stayed with them long enough? Well, I'll explain. Direct Express has been good for a lot of people. A lot of people say, oh, they violated this, violated that, yada, yada, yada. With me, I had a guy call me up one day at home from Direct Express asking me if I was trying to access my bank account from a gas station. I said, yeah, I was going to use my card to buy some potato chips and some tobacco. He says, go down to the ATM. I know it's you. I'll call you back. He called me back. He had my card withdraw all my money 1 month, all my money out, and then sent me a new card. They didn't charge me for it. Apparently someone was trying to bill me for $3,000 in merchandise that I wasn't, some fraudster, shyster, con artist. So they locked the account and sent me a new card after they told me cash out and carry cash. That was good. This was February 2019. But before then, when my card failed, or my card couldn't work anymore, I'd call them up and be like, yeah, I need a new card. And they'd be like, okay, 3 days express, no charge, And since I've been a card holder since 2006, 2007, that's when it was. Me and my husband both got Direct Express cards at the time. Basically, we had no trouble. They've been very good to me and very good to disputing charges. I had to dispute like 4 charges in 13 years. So I think Direct Express works for me. But like I say, as my mama would say, to each their own. If Direct Express isn't working for you, change. If Direct Express is working for you and you want your money faster, check out if they still do it, the Western Union Pay Card or NetSpend or some other bank. There's all these other banks out there that can get your money to you faster, etc. Did you use the tool and it didn't tell me that? No, I didn't need to use the tool because, like I explained, BBS, the tool is used for people on disability that are getting benefits. Like my companion in the other room, she's been getting benefits since this month. So the IRS said, quote unquote, she must file on the portal to get her payment by paper because she doesn't have a Direct Express card delivered yet. So they'll send her a paper check, not that she needs to worry with her back check that she got from Social Security for 50 months. But basically, that's what they said. It's also the portal's there for people that got SSI or ssdi and haven't filed taxes, but also haven't been getting benefits except for January 1st, 2020 or onward. Then you got to file taxes or file the little portal thing is what I mean. Now, if anyone has a child, like I tried to explain to Brittany Bryan, if you have 4 kids, the IRS's own website under the individual fire, if you go to Direct Express, hit coronavirus, there's a little thing it talks about, we have no information when your money's coming. You click on the IRS thing, then go down to the medium where it says individual filer, stimulus check. It'll explain everything. If you have children, the IRS wants to make sure you get your $500 additional dollars, so they want you to use the portal. Otherwise, you might get your direct deposit from Direct Express for $1,200, but you won't get the $500 additional dollars. I hope I make sense there. Well, yeah, Social Security, SSI and SSDI is different. Usually it just says, Social Security or SSI payment or, whatever. So So, so that means that I change everything over when I did that online, even my checks. Well, yeah, exactly. So, for example, if you got rid of, if you have a checking account, you want your money sooner, it'll go to your checking account if you give it. Another thing is if you're married, you want to make sure if you file jointly, it goes into a joint account. You can't just have your money, your married money, go into your single account or his single account. It has to be a joint account. Now, if you guys each get $1,200, if you're married, he, she, he, and you want separate accounts, they can actually give your half to, if you file the right information, the IRS can give your stimulus into your separate account, and his or hers or her, or each spouse could have half their money, half the money, and divided. It's like $2,400, $1,200 to each account, but you have to set it up where it can go to each account too. So it's kind of complicated, but basically, when do SSI people get paid? Oh, well, cash money, I explained that earlier, but I can explain it again. Social Security people, all right, so Social Security basically stated the first wave of payments was going to go to 6th. It didn't happen. People are getting their benefits the 11th. People on ssdi that filed taxes for 2018 and 2019 that are still semi-working, they're getting their first wave payments right now, the 11th onwards. The other people that were supposed to get their benefits was supposed to be today, Direct Express and etc. But that's only, again, for people that filed the taxes for 2018 and 2019. The USA Today, I'm giving sources so people don't think I'm full of beans again, and the CNN and others said the wave of week of the 13th payments will be going out for people that did file their taxes with a tax form. The second wave of payments will go out between the 20th of the week of the 20th. Or as they said, if payments went out, the first wave of payments went out the 11th. I think it was Congresswoman or Senator, I don't know what she is, Dingle, stated that 10 days after the initial payments on the first initial day, which was the 11th, would be the 21st. You might get paid the 21st. Hypothetically, they're talking about the week of the 20th. Other rumors was people were going to get paid their checks today. The IRS said, "Oh, we're going to send out checks today for Social Security people and SSI and stuff," but they didn't specifically specify if those were the people that filed their taxes or those are the ones with the non-filers. And so it's all limbo, basically. They didn't say, "Oh, the non-filers will get paid the 15th. The filers will get paid the 20th." No, they just said people on Social Security, Retirement, Disability, SSI will get payments today. Now I have Direct Express, my card's empty, so I'm thinking what it is again is only the first wave of people that filed taxes. There you go, So that's when you ask your question. When you're getting it, I'm thinking next week's when payments will go out because, like I said, my Direct Express account is empty. Pretty much empty as empty can be. I mean, literally, they're not going to be putting uh, cash money. Basically, usually payments go in on 10 p.m. or 1 a.m. Eastern time, the day before payday. For example, as I explained again, I don't want to reiterate, but the second, third, and fourth Wednesday of the month, most retirement plan, because people were getting their payments on the third. Social Security had to break it down to make it easier. So some people get their payment the third, the fourth, the second, the third, and the fourth Wednesday of the month. Check out for payment calendar information. Check out. Go to SSA 2020 calendar. You can also get to 2021, I believe, but go there and explain when your payments will be due. They can also be making sure you get paid on your payment date. So your bonus check, some call it, or your stimulus check, as most people call it, will be given to you maybe on your payday. So the day you get paid. So for example, if you get paid at SSI, you're $1,200. If you didn't get benefits after, if you got benefits before January 1st, 2020, before then, then you should have your money. They could be giving it to you on your pay date, which is the first or the last day of the month. Now, for people with me like SSI and SSD and SS survivors, well, combined together, then those payments go out on the 3rd, which means you might get paid on the 2nd. Now, this month it's payday is the 30th, which means I get my check at 10 p.m. or my benefits on 10 p.m. on the 29th. So they could basically make us wait, me, of course, to the 29th. No one actually truly knows how much time it'll take. They could just do it within a couple hours. Unfortunately, what the delay is, I don't know. I think it's because they really don't want to pay us because the Republicans did not like to put in that everyone on benefits gets $1,200 and yada, yada, yada. So, it's been a bone of contention. So people at Direct Express, they're the ones that are basically being crapped on, in my opinion. Just my personal opinion. So when will you get paid? Well, like I said, it depends on your uh, your thing. Now, I just got a couple new comments. So someone who's watching my other video said, girl named Baby Girl, hey sister, how do I get the Express card? I get SSI and they mail my checks. Basically what you do is you go to Direct Express's phone number. If you want to set up an account, you call them up and they will set you up with a card. You just tell them you get benefits from SSI. You give them some basic information. They'll confirm your identity, and then they will give you a card, and they will mail it within 2 weeks. So by the time your SSI payment comes, you'll be one of the few after your payment date of next month or into this month where your payment for SSI, your stimulus check, will be in the on the card after your payment. Your first payment comes on your card. Most people, by government law, states that you need to have no more paper checks. They all want direct deposit. So finally, the last, let's see. So someone basically who watches my vid said, earlier video, not that it brings it up on Direct Express, but I said something about being depressed earlier, and they're like, great channel, great content. It's not great when you're talking about depression, but I have depression, and the only thing keeping me going is the Bond movies. But otherwise, I hope this information helps you out. Thank you for tuning in. I will answer that question to the one person who wants to know about benefits, how to get a card. So I will help them out before I go to watch another movie. But I hope this helps you out immensely, every one of you, because like I said, I will be checking my card balance all the time because I have a theory that we're not going to get paid this week at all. So is there any more questions or are we all good to go? So I will wait before going. Yes, they are putting it on eCash Money. They will be putting your benefits on Direct Express. As I said before, if you go to Direct Express's website, click on the COVID-19 thingy about people worried about getting their payments or Direct Express, the COVID virus problem. All payments will go in on time, is what they said. But when it said about the stimulus checks, it stated again, we have no information right now about the stimulus checks, which means they don't know when your money's coming in, but you will get it. The Direct Express is waiting for the IRS and Social Security to work together to make sure you get your SSI or your SSDI, your $1,200 stimulus check, whichever one you get. Thing is they're still bickering about how to do it or severely, blatantly doing a delay on purpose. So I'm not voting for him. I want him out. Yeah, well, I completely agree, this video is not about politics, but I agree completely with what you're saying. I don't think he's going to get reelected, but that's just my opinion. But like I said, basically, that is the information I have for you all right now. Is there any more questions or concerns. Like I said, SSI people will get their payments just like ssdi. It's just a matter of when. Now, when it comes to Direct Express, that is the roadblock. As I said to Mikey, and he got my video really crystal clear, I said the roadblock is Direct Express. Everyone else is getting the payments right now and working towards next week. Direct Express is still getting a roadblock. So unless they lift the roadblock and fix this, a lot of people are assuming that Direct Express payments might be in a month or two from now, which no offense to the joking or the giggle, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, literally the government, it's like the Direct Express people are the ones that are literally getting crapped on the most. Tell them get a bank account, even though, well, exactly. I mean, my companion will be getting a bank account. One of the people that basically just asked the question, BBS, was a woman named Baby Girl. So that would apply a woman. So she basically asked about how to get the card, but that's just because she's got benefits herself, SSI or SSDI. So technically she wants to get on the card, which is, in my opinion, the card's good. Like I said, it protects your money more than having creditors try to activate your bank account and take your money without, that's why Direct Express. That's one reason why the government doesn't really want to give the $1,200 also, is because in this day and age, there's a lot of people with bad credit. And if you get a bank account, the bad creditors can go into your main bank account and take the money. With Direct Express, it's fully protected. The creditors can't even pester you. And because of it, the creditors don't like that. So the federal government is basically trying to stonewall people on Direct Express to be last. So, like they said, paper checks will come out between April 24th, May 4th to September 20th. So everyone gets their payments in a different time bracket. Like, for example, once the lower income bracket gets their direct deposits, everyone else will get it going up. And once they finish that financial tier bracket, then they'll start doing paper checks the same way. So, but there you go, So I hope this video helped you all out. I want to get my next Bond movie in before I fall asleep. Like I said, keep checking Direct Express if you have online access. That'll help you out immensely. It might tell you pending transactions, etc. Keep calling Direct Express. Direct Express has long lines, so that's why they're using the automated system. It'll tell you if you got your pending. It'll tell you right there after you put in your last four digit, your card or your social security number. It'll tell you exactly if you have anything pending. And it's like they said earlier, and other people said earlier, there is no pending transactions. So you do the math. I mean, literally, people are in a panic. There's a lot of people that want to use their money for groceries and supplies. Another thing I wanted to say before I go is check out a video I'm going to be making soon, with ideas and advice on the $1,200 stimulus, what to use it for, etc. There's a few people out there, like I said, that want to just get the money and buy booze, buy tons of beer. Some people want to invest in online gaming and stuff, and that is not a good idea right now. I mean, teach their own. If they do it, they do it. But the thing is, a lot of people are hurting, and I want to make sure they're free. I want to make sure the people that want their money now, most of them, anyways. I'm not quoting everyone. Wants it so they can pay bills or survive until the coronavirus is over. Because as I said many times in my videos in the past, the government is not guaranteeing when they will lift this. So every dime that you have should go to make sure you eat and survive while we're all writing this out as as one like one person, like one unit, as a unity. We all have to be unified right now. Right now is not the time to spin foolishly. So I'm here to help out in any way, shape, or form that I can to guide you all in Social Security benefits, how to be frugal, spend wisely, etc., etc. I just don't want to see anyone go hungry. So that's why I said utilize it properly. So with that said, everyone, I guess the uh, questions and comments are done, I assume. I'll give one more minute, and then I'm logging off. My next Bond movie's calling me, and it's a good thing. Anyways, I hope this video was long. I should have made it short, but we had people, comments, etc., which is really good. I hope this video was informative. Like I said, use the portal if you have children or if you got benefits after January 1st, 2020. Otherwise, just sit back, relax, grab a cold one, maybe smoke a cigar, and wait for your checks. It's all about waiting. And like I said, most of my theories are just theories, so please take it with a grain of salt. If you want the payment schedule, you can always put 2020 Social Security calendar. There's websites out there, and the SSA department has a link where you get a PDF of the payments for 2020, and that might help you figure out when your payments due. But also, the main thing is if you really want to know more about when the stimulus money is coming in for you all on Social Security, disability, or SSI, always check Direct Express website. They might have something updated. They might update it for you. And then the other advice is always check Google. You can always find updated information daily. And if you do watch anyone giving video updates on YouTube that doesn't understand Direct Express, word of advice, take it as a grain of salt, because one guy was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to get paid the 15th." Didn't happen. And then he basically read where I basically posted a comment, on his own uh, video about, Direct Express doesn't have any info. It's play on words. And then I explained the second play on words. Then he had to reiterate it. I mean, literally, you're just taking info from someone else. Now, I got my info through the internet, yes. I've given sources, but my beef is if you don't understand Direct Express, then don't do much of a video on it. Do videos on other things, not Direct Express, because frankly, it tires me and bores me that I have to explain to you lovely people, which is great that you're asking questions, but to explain to other people, that these are the play on words, and they don't like it. They're just like, "Oh, we're supposed to pay 15th." Well, wave of the 15th was people that filed taxes. Just remember that. Anyone who hasn't filed is on a second wave, which is supposedly next week. But like I said, if you guys have any suggestions or comments or future video updates, I implore you to leave comments down below in the comment box. And I will seriously take this video or your video ideas and run with it. I will run whatever comments or suggestions you have for videos. So, in the meantime, everyone, last bit of advice, keep checking your Direct Express card. Call every hour if you wish. Call every 12 hours like I do. Check your online account all the time. Just remember, Direct Express usually pays at 10 o'clock at night, Pacific Standard Time, or 1 a.m. Eastern. So once you know that, you are good to go. So there you have it. So, just keep checking back. Well, I will check in with you guys tomorrow with another small update. Hopefully, we have some answers. I will scour the net for you. For some of you that want facts and wants, I will start writing down notes, what website, where I went, so we have no clash of information. So everything is straightforward, and I will be completely 100% transparent with you. So that said, everyone, thanks for watching. Um, please add, subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like, subscribe button. It's wholesome funny for your dogs, your cats, and your bunnies. And yes, I have a service dog. And yes, I have a bunny with my little evil smirk. Anyways, also, please leave comments that are nice and clean, not mean. And also, please do not leave a nasty comment like I wasted your 1 hour and 21-minute time frame watching this, because like I said, I'm here to explain things easy to understand. And two is, I want you all to know, out of love for all my subscribers and people watching this, that the other issue is that when it comes to Social Security, I will be on it for you all, because you are all entitled to get paid, and I don't think it's fair that you guys get to wait for your money. So, and so like I said, if you have any ideas or suggestions for future videos, leave them down below. I will get the messages on my laptop and run with it, if I find it to be uh, feasible, which more likely it will. But right now we're in a crisis where people want their money and need their money, and they're not getting their money, and everyone else, including big businesses, is getting their money. So thanks again, and hold on a second. Nothing posting, just looked on there and other banks. Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say, BBS. Before I go, just like I said, use your own common sense. Check your own website. Sorry, I'm getting something real quick. I'm getting something real quick before I go. Check your bank accounts. Check your banks. Hi. Check your banks. Check your bank accounts. This is Ebony, by the way. Says hello. Check your banks. Check other banks' accounts. Check everything. Do your research. Use Google. You won't find a better tool than Google. Hi. Here, let me show you everyone before we go to the camera. He says hello. His name's Ebony. He's a Dutch dwarf. He's 1 year old. Hey. Little Easter bunny, got him on Easter last year. Oh yeah, you're so cute. If I could claim him as a dependent, jokingly, I would. Same with my service dog. Which, surprise, Moppy doesn't know you're out, Ebony. So, like I said, check your banks, check your everything else. You should just be fine and dandy. Can we kiss Mama? Huh? Kiss the Mama? Any more questions? Or shall I go? What do you think, Ed? What's a little bond tonight? My name is Ebony Bond. Are you a Bond boy or a Bond girl? Any more questions, anyone, about your benefits or advice you need? Hey. Sorry, I do get attached to my little guy here, so we're just waiting to see if there's any more comments. Yes, I know. You're probably watching right now, wondering what the hell's going on with the bunny. Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about, so here's a bunny in my hand. Used to be the old meme was pancake on your head, but I don't have the pancake would be bigger than you. So, I guess this is it. All right, Ed, let's put you away, and then I will get things situated for tonight. Yeah, good one. So, I can use a quick toot before I go, or after I go, I should say. All right, so where's he? Oh, here we go. All right, so like I said, please check in tomorrow. I will have an update for you. It'll be a small update, probably nothing much to report unless you have questions. Then again, like I said, leave comments and questions. I will answer them throughout the night and tomorrow morning and whenever, and I will answer any questions you may have. So, Miss Baker, hey sis, I'm on SSI and I didn't file and I have Direct Express card, so I do get one. Well, like I said, Miss Baker, basically, if you're getting benefits after January 1st, 2020, by the IRS's own website or other websites like the USA Today, Seattle Times, New York Times, etc., some of them are really crappy newspapers. They want you to pay $1 for 4 weeks. So you got to find other sources for the info. But what happens is unless you get benefits after January 1st, 2020, like my companion just got benefits this month, she had to file for the IRS portal. The only other thing you have to do with the IRS portal is if you have any dependents and you're on SSI and you want your extra $500 per child, you file that information on the IRS portal. Even if you have dependents and you have Direct Express, they'll make sure your children are taken care of. Might be paper check. I don't know how that works, but with Direct Express, like I said, again, if you go to the Direct Express website and you click on the COVID-19 update, explain once more that if you go to the COVID update, it says we have no information at this time for your stimulus check. That means the stimulus check's being in the works. Everyone's entitled to a stimulus check, including people on SSI. The IRS at the time didn't want anyone on SSI, so they were putting in that you had to file a simple tax return. But Congress said, no, that doesn't work, so they backed down, and now it is, what it is they're going to get your information from Direct Express. If you got benefits for the last year and you were a non-filer, you'll probably get your payment next week. But here's what it says real quick to reiterate. Stimulus payments. We do not have any information about stimulus payments at this time. Visit the IRS Gov coronavirus for updates as they become available. So basically, here's what I'm going to do. I don't know if you guys can get this or not, but I'm going to post this in the comments real quick. There you go. So there's the PDF for some of you curious. There's one of my sources right there. Basically states in the box. I can do this too, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Right here in the little purple box, it says, right here, it states, stimulus payments do not have any information. Now, if you go to the IRS website, the one that they're talking about, I will go and give you a step-by-step in the comments real quick so you guys have your sources too. Basically, you go to here, economic impact payment to the IRS. The IRS turns around and basically, I will give you the two links. This here is economic payments. It'll tell you what to do. You click on right here. The second website is here, right here for this. You click on this. And then the third link you go to is single filers or family filers, etc., which means you go to this link. Oh no, here it is. This is the thing for the non-payment info here. So this the last link basically states right here, and let me reiterate this right here. Non-filers enter your payment. This is what it says. So this is what it says in the comments, okay? The comments basically state, I don't know how big the comments will allow me to go, but let's try this. All right. So this is okay, so it's too big. So you get the idea. So it won't let me post it. So basically, let me give you the gist of it. For the bottom, it says, if you receive benefits, we already have your information. We'll receive $1,200 right here. All right, so right here, let's hope this works. Then the final note on the bottom is talking about the child. Well, I'm just doing it this way. So survivor benefits, and then the last part basically, it says railroad too, but basically, and it's a special note. People in this group who have qualified children can use the application. Now, if you don't use the application right here, it states here, then your kid's not going to get, you're not going to get the additional $500. So yes, okay. So Miss Baker, what's going to happen is you've been on SSI for 6 years, then it's an automatic. It says right here, if you receive benefits, we already have your information. Receive $1,200. Do not use the application if you receive Social Security, retirement, disability, survivor benefits, or railroad, or survivors of railroad. Special note: people in this group who have qualifying children who are under age 17 can use this application and claim $500 per child. So that's the only thing it says. It also states, USA Today, CNN, that says anyone who gets benefits after January 1st, 2020 should use the portal so they can get their $1,200 payment as soon as possible. Basically, that is for the information right there. So, and anyone who's getting money right now or got their stimulus check and they're on Social Security, it's because they filed 2018 and 2019 taxes. So I think, honestly, that should answer, hopefully, all your guys' questions. I will stay around for a minute or two to see if there's any other questions, hey sis, I'm on ssdi and then file that. Yeah, exactly. So if you have Direct Express, they already have the info. They can have it pulled up, put in the computer within a couple hours. Fortunately, like I said, I'm glad I gave you the links to some of my sources. Now, if you want the other sources, I will give it to you before I go because it might come in handy for you all to understand a little more. So, one of the sources I used today, they're 19 hours, and helps out immensely, which is, oh yeah, exactly. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube, Miss Baker, basically giving their own damn opinion, like, oh yes, you're going to get it the 15th. It doesn't say that, like it says in the Direct Express thing. Now, let me reiterate this once again, okay, for Direct Express, and reiterate, the other thing. So, oh yeah, here we go. Here's the second link, but I want to share with you the second link is very important, Miss Baker, and for the rest of you, so you guys think I'm not full of beans. It says right here, finally, Social Security beneficiaries for the most part don't need to do anything to receive a stimulus payment, such as SS beneficiary O, with a few exceptions. Okay, the few exceptions include Social Security beneficiaries with children and new beneficiaries in 2020. Social Security automatically received their stimulus in the same manner with Social Security benefits. So the exception is receiving benefits in 2020 or have kids. Those are the only two exceptions. So, for example, right here, great. Let me see if I can do this. Cut it, Hold on a sec. All right, so here we go here. Finally, Social Security beneficiaries most don't need to do anything to receive stimulus payments. Few exceptions, such as SS beneficiary, children, new benefits. So, or new beneficiaries in 2020. So in 2020, right here, and I'll finish the thingy right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about right here. In 2020, Social Security recipients of automatic. So basically, anyone who's new to Social Security benefits or SSI needs to use the portal to get their money. The other is if you have children. Now, the last thing is people are asking about the like this here. It says here, this is from the Motley Fool. Again, I gave the link in the comments. The IRS will make a second round of April payments to Social Security beneficiaries who didn't or don't file tax returns and receive their payments by direct deposit. It isn't clear which wave will include Americans who haven't filed or haven't given the IRS their direct deposit info previously, although the IRS has outlined steps to allow people in this group to get payments direct deposited. It says the House and Way means make about 60 million direct payments in mid-April, which is right now. The first group, the primary, will include households whose direct deposit information is already on file with the IRS who filed for 2018 and or 2019 IRS tax forms. And so the USA Today basically states who's getting money, when's it getting paid. So basically they're talking about the impact, avoid the scams. When? Okay, so again it says when you actually get the money can vary. Okay, here's the thing. The wording says, okay, this is the play on words here. When you actually get your money can vary. There you go. Some people said they got their payments already. The first group would include people who already have given their bank account information to the IRS for direct deposit of tax refunds on 2018 or 2019. In addition, Social Security beneficiaries who filed tax returns for 2018 and 2019 returns, that's include direct deposit information, will be part of the first group. The second wave of money could hit bank accounts. Play on words again, everyone. Pay attention. The second wave of money could hit bank accounts as early as the week of April 20th for a group of people who receive Social Security benefits, including SSI, by a direct deposit, but may not make enough money to be required to file a federal income tax return in 2018 or 2019. Most in this group will not need to file any extra forms to receive this money. So basically, if you listen to my two things, like I said, okay, again, let me reiterate. The first play on words, as I posted in the comments, was, again, as I said, and this guy basically had to go reiterate because he thought, oh, everyone's getting paid the 15th today. And then I reiterated, Social Security basically stated Direct Express stated that payments would not be giving out until they work it out, yada, yada, yada. Basically, I said, look, the website states on the Direct Express website that people won't get their money because Direct Express has no information. That was the first play on words. They have no information when stimulus payments pretty much would be paid out. I could read you the Direct Express thing once again. Basically, as you know in the comments, Direct Express stated right up here, I gave the link. Stimulus payments, we do not have any information about stimulus payments at this time. Visit blah, blah, blah. The IRS, the second play in words before I go to the third one is the IRS isn't giving any dates on when money is going out. Check Twitter. They might tell you. Otherwise, you're going to have to hold your breath until your money gets hit your account. Third play on words, like I said, was, again, the third play on word, again, for the USA Today was as early as the week of April 20th. This is all hypothetical. This is coming from a known newspaper, the USA Today. So if they're thinking, that means next week you might get paid. Next week. But like I said in my previous earlier part of the video, hypothetically, the other theories I have is Direct Express has the money. They're just sitting on it, living off the interest until the IRS says go ahead. The second theory I have is that you might get the money on the last day of the month or the first day of next month due to the fact that it might coincide with your payment dates. The other idea is if you're getting retirement benefits, those payments go out on the second, third, and fourth Wednesday of the month. So it could be they're coinciding with people on retirement that did file taxes. Basically, that they got taxes, so they got paid on today, which is the third Wednesday of the month. Therefore, they're basically basing it off of the retirement plan. So that's another hypothetical. I will give you another link here. So you guys, again, don't think I'm full of beans on my theories. Here's a link here for the Social Security payment calendar. You can always see that they could be coordinating it with their own payment dates too, as a hypothetical. So, you know, basically, because of it. Sutton, thanks for helping me understand. I keep watching for my account to be stimulated. Yes, I agree. I've been doing the same. I mean, literally, I've been watching every day since they said the money was going to be put in on the 6th of April. They haven't promised, etc. So, like I said, the only other theory I have, like I said, is that Social Security could be, they already sent the money. American Bank is sitting on it, and living off the interest. The other theory is they could be putting it in, giving deposits on the second, third, and fourth Wednesdays of the month, which they did the 11th, which was a few days after the second Wednesday of the month. So hypothetically, it's only a theory, but if they're paying out now on the 15th for some people, that would mean they're paying out to the people that are working and collecting Social Security early, which means those people got paid today, the 15th, which means their checks are in their account, which means next week's payments would go in on the 22nd, which would be the fourth Wednesday of the month. And because we have 5 Wednesdays in the month, you can coordinate that with the Social Security calendar. So I hope, with all that information you have, this will help you out determine what is false and what is true. And apologize for this video being so long. I'm just here to help you all out, understand, and not getting any mismatched information from idiots out there posting all these updates. Now, when it comes to my videos, I want to share with you, I'm doing this on the kindness of my heart. I love all people, and frankly, I don't like seeing people get 50, 100,000 views on a topic about stimulus checks. I found a lot of them I watched today were pretty useless, and they weren't getting the facts straight. Oh, this one's going to get that, or this one is getting that. Another thing is, if you want your money early, you might be able to apply if you have PayPal to get PayPal in early. What the hell's going on? The bunny caused this? Evan, did you cause something again? Hold on a sec. No. So apparently my bunny, who's a little Dutch dwarf, drinking water and triggered the Windows assistant. I don't like her. She just pops up on the weirdest times, and be like, it's like, I didn't want that, so I have to deactivate it and shut it down through control panel crap. It makes me feel like the government's spying on me. So you're so welcome on the Help Miss Baker. Like I said, I will do an update later today. I will be checking with Direct Express every 12 hours, so I will give small updates. I'm not going to go into reiterating unless new people want to know why they're not getting their payments. But I hope all my links, Miss Baker and Sutton, have been beneficial to you as well as others watching this. And you understand these are the sources I go through. So I'm not just sitting here pulling this stuff out of my butt and saying, oh, yeah, this is prophecy. These are the facts that's coming out from some of the mainstream media and others that are supposedly saying the accurate thing. Now, a lot of people were saying today that, like I said, the stimulus checks, oh, you're going to get yours the 15th. Well, you could still get it, but hypothetically, because they usually pay at 10 o'clock at night, or 1 a.m. Eastern time, I would assume that's what they would do payment-wise, so you'd get it at night. Instead, all our accounts have not been stimulated. So there is other people viewing, and so before I go, I want to ask, is there any more questions? Or may I take my leave of absence to go watch James Bond with Sean Connery? Because Amazon Prime's cool, and well, I don't have to pay for the movie. I'm already paying my Prime membership at $6.50. Oh, and if you need to know how to get $6.50 Amazon Prime, I'll leave the link there before we go. I'm not a sponsored by Amazon, but you guys all might want a discount on your Amazon Prime because Prime is cool. All right, so I'm going to give you a link real quick for you all if you haven't signed up for it. Basically, here you go. This link basically states, I'm explaining it real quick. So basically it says for Amazon Prime, I love Prime by the way. So basically it says, so you guys understand the end of the video, I'm not sponsored by Amazon. Amazon's low price with fast free delivery and much more. Prime is just $5.99 a month for qualifying members who has a food stamp card or a Medicaid card. Cancel anytime. So basically it says EBT cards are used for government assistance such as temporary assistance for needy families, Medicaid cards for a state for qualifying recipients, and EPDs basically for food stamps. So there you have it. So if you don't have it, get your Prime membership for $5.99 plus sales tax. I pay $6.49, and frankly, I'm loving it because I can watch a lot of movies while I'm stuck indoors at 42 years old under quarantine. Yeah, because the stay-at-home order. So if you haven't tried that and you have a food stamp card, I highly recommend it. It's pretty badass. No offense to the word. So Wells Fargo. I don't have Wells Fargo. What about if I find my payment? Oh, no. Basically, okay, Miss Baker. Let me explain that real quick. But before I explain it, please let me run and use the little girl's room. I really got to go. And then I will explain the My Tool because that's really important. I forgot to mention. Thank you for bringing it up. Yeah. And you're watching YouTube. Yeah, I hope it's a good movie series. So, all right. So you asked a question, Miss Baker, about. Thank you for letting me use the toilet. It's been, I quickly use hand sanitizer and stuff. So, you asked about the My Tool. The My Tool is supposed to be up to find my payment. Supposed to be up by the 17th. The IRS said it should be up by the 17th. Today's the 15th. So, what I would do is I would check back every day until it's up. They claim it's going to be up by the Friday the 17th. Hopefully it's true because, frankly, people can actually put in their information to find out the status of their payment, where it's at, etc. I'd like to try it myself, but you got to make sure that if your payment's going to a bank that it'll tell you when it's processed, when it's sent out, etc. A lot of people want that, and they're waiting for it because they want to know where their money is, and yet. Like I said, I have no idea how it's going to work with Direct Express. So, but Edwin says, anyone have Wells Fargo? No, I don't have Wells Fargo. We have Wells Fargo on our island, but from what I understand, they're pretty good. And banks like that are really good, but everyone has their own banking choices. So, so I hope. This video was informative. I know some people are going to be, no offense to the words to the viewers, bitching about the length of it. But you know what? It's lovely people like you that leave comments in the box that makes this channel go round and round and makes it go properly for asking questions about this subject because a lot of people are hurting and you all deserve your money. And with all these people spreading false facts out there, I thought it'd be beneficial to give the right facts. Now, I know one person, like I said, I had to delete their nasty comment that said that I wasted their time because it didn't make sense and yada, yada, yada. I didn't waste anyone's time. What I was explaining was simple and true. These are the facts. They asked for sources. I gave sources. I even stated in my previous video the sources about Direct Express, COVID, IRS, etc. I guess all the information one ear and out the other. I did post facts in the bottom part of the description. Oh well, it's up now. Go look. All right, let me go look. Let me go look at the IRS portal. Give me a second. So I guess they put it up early this morning. So I guess someone from the IRS office is working late. Whoops. Oh yeah. Okay. So all right. So let me click. Takes a minute because I'm running my computer on multiple. I have multi-processor computer, so the more tabs you open, the more processors it uses. So all right. So all right. So let's click on the IRS website. All right. So impact stimulus payments. All right. So all right. Check your payment status, confirm your payment type, enter your bank account. Okay. All right. So use the Get My Payment application coming in mid-April to check your payment, enter your bank information for direct deposit. If you don't have direct information, send your payment. Okay. So I see all this, but may I just ask if you have a web link for the for it? Because I'll let. Can I? BBS? Can we have a link to where you found this? The uh, find my payment tool. Let me look. Google it real quick. Maybe I'm missing some. Let me look. Stimulus payment. I'm gonna Google it and see if something comes up. No, I don't see it. I see something about CNN here. Let me click the CNN. Hopefully, we don't have some damn video playing. That's what really bothers me about doing this video with CNN, because CNN's always got videos. Okay, they don't have vid. All right, so 80 million. Let's see, 20 Social Security receive the payments. Waiting for weeks or months in the mail. Okay, so Get My Payment. Okay. So basically what it is the Get My Payment is on here, right? Get Your Payment app, all right?
These days, it's anything but business as usual.
Damn it. All right, so that video did happen. Hopefully I didn't violate the copyright info. Usually YouTube's always telling me this. You violated copy, your video has been shut down. All right, so basically it says right here, okay, basically clicking on the link, it says get your payment tool. It says get my payment tool right here on the left of this website under impact payments. I'm going to give you guys links. It says right next to non-filers, enter your payment info. You got filers, get your payment. The Get Your Payment app isn't up and running. It's basically, the tool isn't running it. It's just saying it will be coming soon. There's your link. And it's basically stating right here, Get My Payment tool is coming in mid-April. So it isn't up and running yet. They haven't activated it yet. So basically there's Newsweek. There's a Newsweek thing that talks about it. So the IRS hasn't actually booted it up yet. So, but close but no cigars. Oh, okay. I see what you did. You basically went to the file portal, basically, and you confirmed your information, you changed your Direct Express to a bank so you can get your money faster. I see what you did. What they're saying is the check where your status says, okay, let me explain this. Basically, you went to the one side of the portal, changed your information, confirmed payment and everything, made sure you got your money faster by going through the portal. The Get My Money app isn't actually activated because what the Get My Money app does is if you read the economic stimulus website, IRS to go. Oh, well, there you go. I'll check that out, IRS to go. Because the Get My app says here, check your stat. Okay, here's how it works, okay? Non-filers, enter your payment information like I explained. It says non-filers, enter your payment info here. You fill it out here and you give the information, banks, etc. But on this side, next to the non-filers, it says get your payment. Use the Get My Payment application coming mid-April 2. Check your payment status. Confirm your payment type, direct deposit or check. Enter your bank account info for direct deposit. If we don't have your direct deposit information, we haven't sent you payment yet. Get My Payment coming mid-April. So it's basically stating if you're confirming, looking at it from my perspective. By the way, I have a large computer screen that's huge. I mean, I'm looking at it through a 70-inch screen, so I can see what it says right here on the okay. So this side for my hand says non-filers, enter your payment here. This one here says filers, get your payment. The Get Your Payment app, it says right here, Get My Payment coming mid-April. Excuse me for one moment. I got to find out what Ebony's doing to make so much noise. Quit knocking over your food bowl, you little turd. You eat too much. You know that? You eat too much. There. Don't do that. Love you too, Bub. All right, let me see. I got the app too. IRS. Okay, that's why I went to the in and everything. I put my yeah. You went to the portal basically. The portal I spoke about, where it says you either put it in to get your SSI information and your payment, faster through Direct Express or check, check or direct deposit, and then the other side is asking literally. The other is the check for the status of where your payment is, like when's it going out. And that's where I was explaining to I believe it was Miss Baker. Was it Miss Baker that was asking? Miss Baker, what about the payment? Oh yeah, the payment tool is Miss Baker. So basically, once the payment app is up and running, Miss Baker, you can actually check the status of your own payment. If you can check with the, once you confirm your identity and stuff, you can actually go in and actually you can actually check your payment status, where if it's been deposited, is it pending deposit, is it getting ready to be put in the bank, etc. My thing is, if they're going to make a payment app that really works, they need to have a actual date, concrete set in that says your payment will be in on the 18th or the 17th. Instead, they're talking about the My Payment app might be up by, they're talking Friday. So Friday, they say by Friday it will be up, and then you can check your payment status, which means there's going to be a lot of people checking for their payment status. Is that going to change my SSI to I don't want it? No. Basically, okay, here's how it works. Now, for example, you have SSI, okay? Say you have Direct Express. What you're doing is you're going in and saying, look, I get SSI from Social Security Administration. They administer it, but I'm getting my payment on Direct Express. And because you guys are having Direct Express problems, I'm having it sent to a bank or some other thing with a routing number and a account info, right? It's not going to affect your Direct Express payment. No, for your monthly benefits. It's what they're doing is if you want your payment faster, do it this way because, as I said in the comments, that the Direct Express link is not giving any info when payments will be sent. They're just like play on words. We have no information at this time. Well, with everyone getting their money and there's no information at the time, like I said, it's best to have a backup plan. And your backup plan is 100% concrete. They're not going to change your payment plan over. They're just basically sending your check to another place so you can get your payments and your money earlier. So that's all it is. You're just changing it so you can get your money faster than waiting for Direct Express to give it to you next week or next month. I mean, the play on words, is like I said many times over, is by Direct Express's own words. They don't know when you're going to get paid. That's what they're basically blatantly saying. And then the papers are saying you might, you might get it, play on words. The earliest is the week of the 20th. Earliest. So, let me see. Let's see. So a nice person named Sisso Jones posted a comment on my video, my other video, that says, jack up folks on SSI who've been claimed over 35 won't get any money, but I've been independent since 23 and I live by myself. So jack up folks on SSI who've been claimed over 35 won't get money. Well, it doesn't matter, Mr. or Miss Sisso Jones, because you could be 35 years with SSI. They got to pay you. State says everyone, the federal government says everyone gets payment, including the VA. They don't know how to get the VA, but this video is not about the VA. This video is about Social Security. Everyone is entitled to their $1,200. And to do the $1,200, they're trying to figure out how to do it with SSI and SSDI. Now, most people with SSI, I've heard other people say that Wells Fargo, Bank of America, etc., their SSI payments are already there, whereas anyone with Direct Express, they're waiting. That's the whole main reason of this video series, is why you guys are not getting payments. It's because like I said, if you check Sisso Jones, that if you check, I'm going off my comments that just came in. If you check the Direct Express COVID thing, it just says we have no information at this time, which means they're trying to stall tactic for some reason. And frankly, it kind of stinks, literally. But my main concern is I'm actually concerned with you all getting your payments. The ones that are hurting severely are the ones getting the shaft, and me being so compassionate. I'm also ordained as a minister, so I'm very, very upset. Let me see. All right, so does anyone, sorry, I was reading the comments, so I'm going to go back to another tab. Does anyone else have any other questions? I hope I have completely helped you all out, even though this video is 2 hours and 4 minutes long. So let's see. So is my monthly payment going to still be on Direct Express like I want? The only thing I did that because I want to make sure. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say, BBS. You go to the Direct portal, okay? You change your information just for your stimulus check to go to a different account so you get your money faster. You get your money faster. Your Direct Express card's still going to be receiving your payments. They're not going to change that. All you're doing is wanting your money faster. So you're going with a different method to get your check faster, which is whatever method you chose over Direct Express. Because as I said, Direct Express basically stated, we have no information right now. It's stimulus checks. Don't pester us. Don't call us. Don't write us. It's basically you'll get your money when you get it. Josiah 24. People who did their tax with value tax will begin to check also. Anyone? Okay, hello, Josiah. Anyone who filed their taxes already and who's on disability or SSI, and they filed their taxes for 2018 or 2019, yes, they will get their payments. They will get their payments before people, the non-filers, ones that don't have to file for taxes, or anyone who gets benefits starting January 1st, 2020, and after January 1st, 2020. Those are the ones that have to file a simple portal claim on the IRS website, and they'll get money too. Otherwise, they don't get $1,200. Everyone else that filed early of their taxes, even if they're on disability or SSI and they work part-time, or SSDI and they work part-time, or retirement and they work part-time or full-time, and they're still collecting your benefits, your Social Security, and they paid the taxes, those are the ones that's going to get the first wave of payments. Whereas the second wave of payments, as I said, by the USA Today, own answer was the second wave is supposed to go out next week. Supposedly, they said early as. That was the play on word, early as. But right now, the IRS doesn't have any concrete date. Social Security, of course, they have a payment calendar out there for the 12 months where you get how much money, not how much money, when your payment date is, what day of your SSI, SSDI, retirement, etc. It explains everything when you get paid. So technically, if you're on SSI or SSDI, like I said, your payment could go in on the date that your next payment is due for next month. For example, mine is April 30th, so I might get my stimulus check April 30th, hypothetically, but it could happen. Or they're just not going to give us any info because they don't want us having money. I mean, just remember what I said, everyone. They bailed out airlines today. And yet you guys, the ones that are hurting, are still hurting. If the airline industry gets bailed out, go figure. Think about that one. Stimulus. I just got mine. Okay, Khalid Berry, are you did you file taxes? That's the first thing I gotta ask you when you get into my video, not to be challenging anyone, but did you file your taxes to get it? Because currently Direct Express, this is about Direct Express, isn't giving you any info. So if you have your tax return or a tax stimulus check and you're using Direct Express, then I'm just curious if you filed taxes, or that's one question. Or did you just get it because you've been on disability for so long? Those are two questions that I have. If you've been on disability or SSI for so long, you just got paid, then, it's, well, exactly, BBS. That's what I just said. How did they get it? Did they file taxes? They did not. I'm going to have to go check my bank account real quick. So far, I don't know. Let's see. I filed tax and went to direct deposit. See, there you go. You see, that's the thing. I assume you want. Yeah, exactly. There's that. That's the other question. SSI or SSDI, Khalib? It's Khalib, right? Yeah, Khalib Berry. See, that's the other thing that BBS was curious about, because we're talking about people with Direct Express and non-filers for Social Security. They're all wondering when their payment's going to be, because, frankly, I, for one, want to know literally, because, there's a lot of people that, like I said, the first wave is the ones that file taxes. The second wave is the ones that don't have to file taxes, like myself. And we're on the second wave, supposedly, whenever they pay money. My card's still the same. So I didn't get $1,200, just to let you guys know. I figure maybe they could have done it now. But, Barry, you just gave my hopes up. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, kind sir. No, I'm not. So basically, okay, Barry, I get it. No, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to, because, we got viewers. So Barry filed his taxes. He got his payment early. He's not on a Social Security, disability, or SSI retirement. So basically, and he doesn't have Direct Express. So there you go. So value tax gives you a direct deposit card, so we get it. So it goes on there. Well, there you go. You say if you file from H&R Block, TurboTax, or some other tax plan that has a prepaid card, you get your payment that way. The question is, like I said, to the rest of the people, Josiah, is when. That's the thing. The real question is when. If you got your payment already, you're good to go. If you didn't get your payment already, you're in the same boat as us. We're all wondering when we're going to get paid. There you have it. You know, so, so, uh, so anyways, like I said, again, I hope this video was informative. I hope this video helped you all out with understanding um, what's going on, and I will do update videos later today. You know, it'll be a smaller video just explaining. You know, I will be checking my bank account off and on, and I will update you on that. I will update you between 10:30 and 12:30 Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. between 1:30 and 3:30 Eastern Time, allowing you. No, I don't want to update Spybot. Sorry, why are you loading now? Okay, updating you guys about just my random useless call to Direct Express to see if anything's pending, because I got a feeling this whole week's going to be basically shot. The people that are suffering is going to suffer some more, and they're going to be really upset. However, I do want to say before I go that for BBS and for the rest of you lovely people watching tonight, if your stimulus check keeps getting delayed because of the government, maybe it's time you think about changing your vote in the next election too. Because frankly, that's all I'm going to say. You know, maybe you want to change your vote, but that's your own opinion. I'm not going to persuade you. So, okay, so to my lovely viewers, any more questions? Any more comments or concerns? I'm here to listen. Even though I'm half asleep and want to watch Bond, I'm here for you all. So I'll wait a minute and then see if there's any more questions or comments. And I hope you all can rate my video, you know, later in the comments if you want to watch it again. I think this video. There he goes again with the food bowl. I'm gonna have to take it out. It's empty. What's he doing? Knock it off. You're being too noisy. Now you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something that's different. You know what? I'm gonna put you on camera again. You're gonna go on camera and see if anyone else has any questions, because you can't move the food bowl. So this little guy here wants to know if you have any other questions or concerns before you go. His name's Ebony, by the way. He's a bunny. He's a little Dutch dwarf. That's how big he is. He's full grown. So, Ebs, you think they have any more questions? You see, every time I turn around, little guy, I think I have 4 lucky rabbit's feet, and no one gets the benefits. So what's the point of having 4 lucky rabbit's feet? So for the rest of you, thank you for tuning in, everyone. Boop. And so I will do the final part, and I'm logging off. So here you go. So, all right. So here we go. Here we go. All right. So thanks everyone for watching. Again, please stay tuned for future updates where I will talk about reiterating in a fast and easy way to understand give you links and information. If you need new updates, I will update you all. If there's any new updates or news feeds, I will post them as soon as I can for you all to have the latest information on benefits and when they're coming. Anyways, I also will keep you updated on any changes on anything from if the government's going to shaft you to if you're going to get paid. Just look for updates. I will be updating this 1 to 2 times tomorrow and all the way till payments come. So in the meantime, like I said, please stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit like, subscribe button, the bell notification. Also, keep the comments nice is all I ask. Otherwise, I will delete them because I'm not going to be told I wasted your time for 2+ hours for some, no offense, idiot that doesn't understand exactly in my comments and answering your questions. They can't put 2 and 2 together. I mean, I hope my video was very informative and educational. Hey, Chloe. So thanks for watching, everyone. Again, hit that bell notification for new content. And I will see you all with a new fresh update sometime tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. And God bless you
I was
all.
listening to a rap battle between James Bond and Austin Powers.
Which James Bond was it?
It was okay. It first started out with the Daniel Craig version, right? His rap by Austin Powers. Then somewhere later in the rap battle, the original James Bond appears and starts ripping both of them. And it's like a triangular battle, but the original James Bond was more just ripping on the new James Bond. They're going back and forth in the end. So
did you ever see the rapping Harry Pothead? That was pretty funny, you know, where they actually show Daniel Radcliffe is at one of those like Tonight shows or whatever, Saturday night shows or something. He's just like rapping away. He's getting faster and faster. About 3 minutes. It was just pretty cool. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I should be going. We should be talking about rapping right now.
So what is it? Did they become Potter M or Slim Potter?
Slim Potter.
I'm really Slim Potter, so please stand up. Please stand up.
All right, thanks everyone for watching. I know that was.
You could suck my wand if you don't like my.
I still got the video going. Thanks everyone. Peace out. Love you all, and God bless you. And we will talk to you all tomorrow.
Suck my wand.
Did you have to do that at the end of my video?